Hey guys, welcome to She's All Cap episode 3.
Ooh.
We had to jump on this episode really quickly because we have some tea for you guys that nobody else has. TMZ has nothing on us today. And we have a special guest star, Sarah Simon.
Hi.
Hello, Sarah.
Hello.
She is a TikToker and an influencer. She has 2 mil on TikTok. So tell us a little bit about that. Tell us about yourself.
Yeah, so before everything, I'm a mom. And kind of that's what got me into TikTok. Because my kids were going around the house playing these songs like over and over again. I'm like, what the fuck are they doing? Like, what are they listening to? And so I'm like, they were explaining it to me. And I'm like, maybe I should download this and monitor them and what they're posting.
Right, and watching.
And yeah, so I did. And then I just I started doing like the TikTok dances. Like I had like 0 followers. Like just my kids were following me. And then it just like one video blew up and then the wrap since then.
What is your TikTok all about? Is it just you or is it your family?
So originally I started out just me and then I would do videos with my boyfriend and they would like all go viral.
Like instantly?
Pretty much, yeah. Everything we did. And so we decided to just make it like a couples TikTok. And yeah, it's been working for us.
Did you ask him or did you you started solo, right?
I did start solo, but he has always been like my manager, I guess you can call it. So he does all of like the brand deals and sponsor deals we do. And a lot of them, they'd be like, oh, we want her with a boyfriend. Or we want both of them.
Yeah.
And he's like, so we can charge more money if there's 2 people instead of just one. And yeah.
So might as well.
Yeah.
Do you guys
absolutely.
have any kind of theme or anything that you follow or?
I don't. We kind of have a theme. Like we do a lot of like racial stuff that's like questionable and controversial.
Ooh.
That seems to be like a big hit.
How was starting that? Or your first video?
I was nervous because I'm like, oh, I'm probably gonna get canceled. Like, like I can't say anything about you, but he's like attacking me. But yeah, no, it's been fine. Yeah, good.
So you pretty much you do get some hate comments. How do you deal with the
Oh
hate?
my God, I don't even care. You have to have thick skin, obviously, if you're gonna be on social media. Yeah, there's a lot of hate.
Yeah.
Probably more hate than love.
Good.
Wow.
Keep them talking.
Yeah,
Oh
but
my-
I'm like, they don't understand. Like, you're paying me. The more comments and things going to my page and watching my
supporting
videos,
me.
I'm getting paid from that. So go ahead.
Right.
Wow.
Talk your shit.
Yeah, right.
Do you ever talk back or anything like that? Or do you literally just
Some
let
of
it
them
be?
I do. Some of them I do, and then I'm like, oh, like I just need to stop. Like it's not
Right.
even worth it. Like I'll go to their page and it's like some old guy, and I'm like, the fuck? Like I'm not even like you're not even worth commenting back to.
Right. Do you ever get anything so bad that you have to block it or anything like that?
Yeah, some of them I do block just because they are like persistent and super annoying. But they like if I don't answer them, they'll go to my Instagram and they're like DM me on Instagram. Like, yeah,
Wow.
people are nuts.
Does anybody ever report you or anything?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I've gotten banned multiple times. One was my foot, literally my foot in David's face, my boyfriend, and they were like, they reported it for sexual
Oh, geez.
something, and I got banned for that. And I'm
No,
like,
I read up on it. TikTok has a guideline where you're not allowed to show your feet
it's
anymore.
terrible. You can't do
What?
anything.
Yes, because it's sexualized.
So you can shake your ass, but you can't show your feet?
Well, you can't shake your ass if you're grown, but
If you're a teenager, it's okay.
right.
It's okay. If you're 13, 14, 15, go ahead.
So weird.
Yeah,
dude.
we're okay with it. But
Right.
for a woman, yeah,
So weird.
I know. It is weird. It is kind of like sick.
It is. I hate
Like-
TikTok.
Yeah.
Do you have Twitter and everything else?
I don't
or-
have Twitter, no. I think I'm probably the only person that doesn't.
Okay.
I didn't until a month ago, and now I'm obsessed with it.
I mean, I have one where if drama's going on Twitter, I'll be like, oh, I can go on and look, but I've never posted on it or anything like that.
Do you make good money from TikTok? Would you say that's your full-time job?
It is, yeah, it's my full-time job. Yeah, we make great money. I mean, from the app itself, decent money if you have a viral video, but all of ours come from sponsors
Wow.
and we do videos to people's songs. So Yeah. Pretty much every video I post, I'm either using someone's song, getting paid, or wearing like someone's clothes.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
And how long were you doing that, or how long has that been your main source of income and your main job?
I think I've been doing it for like 2 years. Yeah.
Wow. So because of COVID, I guess, right?
Because of COVID, yeah. Like I really got lucky. Like I said, I went on just to like monitor my kids, and I never thought this would become like my income and my like our job. Yeah. Weird.
Wow.
Weird how it works.
Right. Yeah. What made you do your first video?
I don't even know. Like just
For fun?
boredom.
Yeah.
Like we were fucking quarantined
Right.
and stuck in the house. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
What's your favorite kind of video to do now?
I mean, we do some funny ones. I think like we do like a lot of like insecure boyfriend ones
Mhm.
where we'll go to like different places and he'll like cover my ass.
Oh,
And yeah, so we've kind of made that like a series. So we've like done Walmart, the gym, we're at a water park, like those they do the best, I think, in my opinion.
When you're out in public and you guys are doing that, does anybody ever like shit on it or anything like that, or just stare at you the whole time?
I mean, some people do look like when we were at the water park, we had to ask somebody to borrow because they were like laying in a lounge chair. And we had to ask her, like, can we just borrow this chair for like 10 seconds? And she was like, okay. And she like got up and we like quick did it and like recorded it. And then we're like, oh, thanks, bye. And she was like, oh, you're welcome. Like, definitely
You're like, find me on TikTok.
Definitely confused. But I think that video has like 30 million views now. So I'm like, she probably saw it. Like, oh, that's what they were doing.
Oh my God. That's funny.
Yeah, it is.
Do you ever, I'm sure you heard of OnlyFans.
Yes.
Did you ever think of doing OnlyFans or anything like that?
I've never thought of it only because, like I said, I'm a mom. So that's like my first thing. I obviously know that I would make a lot of money on it. Literally all my comments are do OnlyFans, do OnlyFans, do OnlyFans. Just never been anything that I've thought of. I mean, I love it. I support it. Anyone who wants to do it, like, it's great. Like, good for you. But for me, I don't think.
All right.
Yeah.
I just
think it
had
would
to.
work.
You always have to ask. Do you ever post anything scandalous on like Instagram or anything like that, or even TikTok?
Well, TikTok, you can't post anything scandalous.
Yeah, very
true. Instagram, no, not really. I mean, maybe some, like in a bikini or like,
Right.
I'll do that, but nothing really more than that.
And how old are your kids? I don't think we asked.
My oldest is going to high school next year.
Wow.
Yeah, so he's 13. He's a young 13 or a young 8th grader. And then my second is 10.
Oh.
And then my boyfriend's daughter, who lives with us, he has full custody of her. She is 9.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So.
And they're all on TikTok.
Yeah.
And are they making money from TikTok?
No. I wish.
That's the goal.
I mean, yeah, I see these people and they have like the family involved and they do like family TikToks and then each one of them like has a huge following. Thought about that, but every time I post my kids, like it's crazy. Like people say fucked up shit and I'm just like, no. Nope.
Yeah.
So I don't even post them at all. Like people don't even, I'll say something about my kids and they'll be like, wait, you have kids?
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Yeah, I don't post anything about them.
How do you feel with your kids like watching your TikToks and stuff?
My oldest has been blocked. He just told me the other day, I hate seeing your stuff pop up on my For You page, so I blocked you. Okay.
Aw.
Yeah, I mean, I won't ever post anything that I don't want my kids to see
Yeah.
or would feel a certain way about my kids seeing. So,
Do they ever ask to be in your content with you?
no, not really. I explained it to them because I used to post them back before it really blew up. But I explained to them like people are fucked up and they're sick and I just don't think that that's a good idea right now. Maybe I don't know what'll happen in the future. Maybe we will, but for now, no, they're off.
And because they're so young too. So
Yeah, exactly.
Well, since we were talking about a little bit that you deal with racial comments and everything like that, there's a pretty crazy story out there right now that's
Okay.
going pretty crazy right now. I don't know if you heard of it, but there is a girl who is an influencer, blonde, and she was dating a black man, I guess you have to say.
Yep.
She actually stabbed her boyfriend. It was about 5 days ago, and nobody knows the full story. Thank God Boosted knows the inside
Mhm.
tea.
Oh, shit.
Do you know what I'm talking
I
about?
know exactly what you're talking about.
So-
It's all over social media right now.
What did you read about it?
I basically just saw like the picture where she was all bloody, and everyone on all of the blogs talking about, oh, she wasn't arrested because she was white,
Yep.
and if the roles were reversed, he would have been arrested. And then I saw a video of her at a bar, I think it was
Last night,
Last
I
night.
think.
Yeah, so that kind of threw me off a little
Right.
bit.
So I personally know Courtney. I've worked with her in the past.
You do.
Yes.
Okay.
I have a lot of spicy content with her. I went on a few trips with her, so I do know her personally. I met her boyfriend, Christian. And I want to say I don't take sides. I believe in the justice system. I have my criminal
Absolutely.
justice degree. I think that everybody just really just is talking for clout.
Absolutely.
And that's what happens in the media.
Absolutely.
Fake news.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what is out there? It just keeps saying that Courtney stabbed her boyfriend and is out. And everyone was like, why is she out? Like, what is going on? And people don't understand if that name's not out there, there's a reason why, like, her name was not out there on the news channels.
Right.
The only reason why her name was out there is because she has a huge following and everybody else was saying. But I do have intel because it's really spicy, actually. I'm kind of scared and
All
nervous.
right.
But I don't know. But so I guess what most people don't know is they actually broke up last month. So it's not
Oh.
even that they were even together anymore, actually.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
So he was actually stealing money from her and like back and forth, like for a full like 2 or 3 months, just stealing money from her account. And she was really upset about that, obviously.
Yeah.
And I have no idea if that was the reason the domestic violence happened or whatnot. But obviously, somebody doesn't stab somebody for no reason. We have no idea what happens behind closed doors. And it's kind of scary that our world is so judgmental and they want to bring out the worst in people before we even know the full story. But I do know for a fact he was stealing money from her. They broke up already, and the cops have been called 5 to 7 times prior to this instant.
I did read that. Yeah.
And I believe that there is a witness that said that they saw him with closed hands punching her. So, I mean, I have no idea. Obviously, abuse is not cool.
Right.
Right.
But we don't know the full story. So it's like everyone needs to chill. And I see what makes me mad is being so close to this story just because I do know her, as I see a lot of influencers that used to work with her and post with her and just kind of be obsessed with her because of her following, and now are trashing her name. And they're like,
yeah.
fuck her, she should be in jail, she's the worst person ever, her name is Courtney, like literally just bashing her. Just when 2 months ago you were collabing with her so you can get some clout. It's like, I hate fake people. So that's what's really crazy. What do you think so far, just because of the headlines? Like the headlines make it so drastic where it's white girl kills black guy. Like, why did the news lines do that? What do you
right
think?
to
That's
that.
automatically what they do. Not even for this story, for every story. If there is, I don't even know what to call it. If are 2 different races involved, that's what they do.
Yeah. And it's really
And-
just a person killed a person. Like,
Right. Exactly. Like, why are races even being, or why is race even being mentioned?
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't, I never understood that.
I think it's for the title of the news so that people are engaged in it and everything, because again, they're not telling much of the story at all.
No.
So it's like they're putting their headline on it and giving you the same 5 pieces of information again over and over, whether it's little pieces to make it seem real, make it seem fake, or again, it's just the juicy topics. Oh, girl is covered in blood, stabs boyfriend, you know?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
crazy. And honestly, I just do want to say that I've met her a few times and I have seen them in altercations already. And I do believe she does have substance abuse problems, and I've seen it firsthand. But her boyfriend sat there willingly, like always watched it and like kind of laughed about it. So I feel like this type of abuse is always just overlooked and like, oh, haha, she's just crazy. Like, maybe you should get this person some help before something crazy does happen, you
Right.
know? So that's a big problem nowadays, I believe, that needs to be worked on. And the fact that there's another video out last night that she was at that bar you said that you saw.
I did see that, yeah.
And people are giving her like shit for sitting at the bar drinking. And it wasn't that she was just sitting at a bar. That's where she lives. So she lives like in one of those high rises.
Right.
So there's a bar at the bottom. And I mean, she is a normal person. I do believe she should be chilling out a little bit.
I mean, yeah.
Maybe not
It's
at the
very
bar.
traumatic. I don't
Yeah.
know if I would be at the bar, but
Until we truly find out all the details and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. But if you listen closely in that video, so she's being attacked at the bar. She's going to the elevator. She does yell, "You have no idea what the full story is. He tried to kill me." She yells that.
oh,
So no one knows. No
Yeah.
one even knows. Like, what if he did try to kill her and linked some traumatic event? And everybody says there's bruises all over her. So what's going on?
yeah.
You know?
Yeah, something definitely happened. I mean, I don't know any of them, but something definitely happened. You wouldn't just stab somebody for
Yeah.
no reason.
And Julia Fox even got into
She
it.
did.
No,
Yeah,
yeah.
I saw what she said. Yeah.
What'd she say?
She's like, it sounds like domestic violence to me or something
Or
like that.
self-defense.
Self-defense to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's what some of the news articles said too. They were like, her friends and everything said that for the past couple months or however long that they were always like getting into altercations and stuff like that.
Yeah. And supposedly she kicked him out. And he's been living like in like the common areas of her like place.
Of the building?
Of the
Oh.
building.
Like sleeping on
What
the
do you
couch?
mean?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, like he had nowhere to live and that's why he was stealing money from her left and right. He had nowhere to go, I guess.
The whole thing just sounds toxic. Like,
Right.
Oh, for sure.
yeah, like
for
that's
sure.
bad. Yeah.
But I just think that the media is just spinning it out of control, especially not knowing the facts, what was happening beforehand.
Well, they're making so much money off of it. Probably she has 2 million followers on OnlyFans or something. It was.
Yeah.
So no shit, they're gonna make so much money.
Oh,
They're gonna
yeah.
twist anything, say anything they want, and just put her on the spotlight.
Yeah.
I think another thing too is I saw that she was posting on her OnlyFans after this whole thing happened.
Well, it's
So people are coming at her for that too.
well, no, she was actually so that was the night she was arrested,
Okay.
but then she was in whatever, what is it called? In a mental
Oh, they Baker acted her.
yes,
or
Baker
something?
acted her for
Oh, yeah, I
mental
did see that, yeah.
illness.
Mhm.
So she was not able to post. What some people don't know is some OnlyFans girls have assistants.
Right.
So
I
she
did know
had an
that.
assistant, and obviously, they don't know the rule, like what's going on in real life right away. So
Right.
obviously, they posted for her the next day just to post on
Like
her.
on a schedule, like
a
a posting
schedule.
schedule, right?
Yeah.
That makes sense. That does make
Most
sense.
famous people, Kim Kardashian is not posting on
No,
her
right,
social
never.
media.
Absolutely.
It's like 3 years later, and they're just launching something.
Yeah. So somebody else posted for her on her OnlyFans, realized what was going on, and right now there's no activity on her OnlyFans. Her Twitter was just suspended 2 days ago. Twitter suspended it,
Oh.
which is crazy to
Why?
me. They don't even know the full story, and they suspended her account
Right away.
Yeah, media violations. Yeah.
But what's the media violation when they're all violating her
Yeah.
and the story?
Mm-hmm. It's nuts. But I do know she's out, obviously, right now. I'm really hoping for the best for both his family and hers. This is a crazy incident. It's very
sad, yeah.
it's very sad. It's very viral right now. And people need to learn to just step back and let the law do their thing.
Right.
We
And
are
hear
all
the
not
full story before.
yeah, we are not criminal investigators.
No, I know.
People need to chill. And I just hope for the best for everything because this was such a wild and scandalous
Absolutely,
story.
yeah. Tragic.
And I just hope that the media and everybody in general really need to get away from this like racial stigma because the only reason why it keeps getting brought up is because they keep bringing it up. Like, I really don't feel like most of the problems we have in life wouldn't even be a problem if it wasn't such a big like fake news article type of thing, you know?
Absolutely.
Well, also too, it's like, you know how many stabbings there is every single day? You go down to Allentown and every day somebody's getting stabbed.
Oh,
Yeah.
You
yeah.
know? So it's like, why is this one stabbing being blown up
Yeah.
like crazy?
Mhm. And I do have my criminal justice degree, so I'm not even just saying this, but there's way more black on black crime than there is on white versus black crime. It's statistics.
Yeah.
So if we want to make some stories, then let's say this black guy stabbed another black guy, but there is no stories like that.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever read a story
No,
like that.
And that doesn't bring the, like I said, controversial stuff. Like,
That's-
that's what brings all the hype and
Yeah.
the media, and that's what they feed on,
Exactly. Anything else will just get looked over.
Yeah, it
Like
would.
it's just another story.
Another
like this
day.
would be.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So without like talking about this more, what did you think? Did you think like, oh, this crazy girls?
Honestly, I was like, there has to be more to the story. I think even like David and I talked about it, and I'm like, we don't know what happened, like just what we're reading. But then when I saw the video at the bar, I was like, oh,
Yeah, that
not
was
a
not
good
good.
look.
Right,
Not a
yeah.
good look.
I definitely agree. And before
That
knowing,
just fuels to the fire,
Right.
honestly. Yeah.
Mhm. And then like before knowing like the inside information and stuff like that, same exact thing. I was like, why is she out at the bar? Because again, all we're seeing is these fake stories and headlines. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm not going to believe everything I'm reading
Mhm.
until facts come out. But like what the media is trying to get you to believe, why the hell is she out at the bar?
I mean, regardless of what happened, whether it was self-defense or not self-defense, like I feel like I would be too traumatized to even like get up, like
Yeah.
stand on my 2 feet and walk, let alone go to
Yeah.
a bar.
Yeah, if I just killed
I would be
somebody.
in hiding. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
that's also where I was saying, like, I don't think she has the right help. She doesn't have the right circle
Yeah,
because the
that
right
too.
circle would have already had help. Like, they would not be having her out and about like that. I would definitely need a drink, but I'll be drinking in my room,
Mhm.
Especially if I'm gonna be possibly getting locked up. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm blacking out.
Oh, for sure.
I don't
for
even know
sure.
how I wouldn't be able to like come back from that.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
It's,
I'd be-
it's sad.
Yeah.
I'd be hyperventilating in my bed with a bottle in one hand, like.
Yeah.
But it is sad. She's such a nice girl. She's always been so nice to me, even though she's a Taurus.
Oh.
She's always been very nice to me, very nice girl. And it's just sad that people use people. Like, I honestly believe influencers have it like a little rough. At least I'm not sure if you deal with this, but I know a lot of people use a lot of girls out here just because of their following. They're like, ooh, if I could get posted on their story or if I can get posted by her, let's pretend we're friends so then we can use them for clout. And I know this for a fact that's what's happening with her because her own friends are now posting like she should be in jail. I know her. She's crazy, like da-da-da. But it's so nuts.
If
you
she's
know?
crazy, why didn't you do anything before that?
Exactly.
Because you can't be calling her crazy now if you didn't help her before.
Yeah. So I just think the right circle is always what you need. Like, you need true friends. You need your family on your side.
Absolutely.
And I think that's really all what social media is all about. If you can't do that, you're not going to survive.
No, not at all.
Sad.
Right?
Now I feel like I need to smoke.
Yes.
God. But yeah, so let's stop trying to pretend we're criminal investigators and let's let the judicial system do its job.
Right.
And let's move on to the next topic because I feel like I need a smoke. I'm going to break out my pen.
So there's a lot of other controversy happening in the world right now too. So there's a lot going on with change in birth certificates. We're changing breastfeeding to chest feeding now.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's one thing we wanted to talk. Right. That's one thing we wanted to talk to you about, especially as a mom. Did you breastfeed?
I did.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So now that they're calling it chest feeding,
Why? Like,
so that transgender and essentially when females change to
No,
male,
Male.
when a
change.
male,
because, I mean,
well, no, because then a male couldn't
they can't breastfeed.
breastfeed.
But they pretend they can. So that's why they want to call it chest feeding instead of breast because males don't
What do you
have
mean they
breasts.
pretend? They put the baby up to
Yeah.
their boob and pretend that they're feeding
I've seen it. I've seen it.
I would think it's the other way around. Well, I mean, I guess it goes for if they're changing it for all genders now. Now it's all chest feeding. If you're a female that, let's just say you're a female, you just had a baby and now you got surgery and turned to a male, you could still breastfeed, I would think.
I don't know because you would be taking like testosterone and stuff, right?
I honestly, I'm
I don't know.
Yeah.
But and if you're taking like hormones to be a guy, you can't
That's very true.
produce milk,
yeah.
right?
Yeah. I just know, I remember I've seen a bunch of articles and everything like that. Obviously fake news, I have no idea. We were just saying, but a lot of them, like gay couples and stuff, they still pretend to do it to like parental instincts or something like that. Maybe
then
that's
just,
Like bond with the baby, maybe?
Yeah.
But then
But
just hold
how
the
are you?
baby-
You're not really bonding with the baby if the baby's not sucking on your nipple and
Right.
getting milk from you.
from your breast.
Yeah. You can bond from the baby by
Just
giving a
hold-
bottle.
Yeah.
Or just holding it on your chest.
Yeah.
Like when you have a baby, isn't that the first thing they
the
do?
dads do that? I think they like take off their shirts and they lay the baby like on their like skin to skin contact. I think it's
Yeah.
called. That shit's
think
weird.
This world is getting out of
It's
control.
fucked.
Right.
Yeah.
It is.
On that is that they want to change their. It's not that they want to. Pennsylvania just allowed this to happen. It just passed. Birth certificates now say you have an option of male, female, or non-binary, just when you're born on your birth certificate. Like, I just think that it's wild.
Yeah.
Wow.
So as a mom or as a parent, your child is being born and you can pick, oh, do you want your child to be male or female? Do you want your child to be a male even if they're born with a vagina?
Yeah.
Right off the bat.
That,
So
like,
then-
how does any normal person think that's like okay?
I have no idea.
Right.
It's,
like you're taking-
crazy.
You're taking your rights away from your children then, from your child before
Well,
at 1
yeah,
day
because what
old.
if like some weird people decide that they want their little boy to be a girl, and then that kid's growing up, and like how does that affect the kid growing up?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's weird.
I feel like a lot.
It's not okay.
Right. And I feel like a lot of who you become when you're older is obviously because of how you're raised and everything. So if you're being told right from the day you're born exactly who you're supposed to be or who we want you to be, your child's going to have mental health issues. You're going to be like, oh, well, this isn't who I was born to be. And even if you want to change who you are, if you want to become male, female in the future, that's your choice at the end of the day. Not
It's just setting your kid up
exactly
to be fucked up.
Uh-huh.
Honestly,
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Wild.
it is
right.
What?
Yeah, but I don't know. So there's a lot going on with the world right now. But if you just gave birth to one of your kids, how would you feel if your doctor was like, "Oh, what gender do you want your kid to be?"
They want to be my doctor.
Right.
Honestly, if a doctor, an educated doctor, is asking me this, like, yeah, no, I don't trust you with my body
Right.
or delivering this kid. So no, you're gone.
Yeah. Like, what are you gonna do when you take the baby away from me while you're like stitching me back up or whatever?
Yeah, like, I don't trust you.
literally.
Oh my God.
Seriously.
Wow. Having kids, do they learn about this yet in their school? Like, or
Oh
do
my
they ask
God,
you
yeah.
questions?
They don't ask me questions because it's normal to them. My son not in high school, in middle school, he's in 8th grade. It's normal. And like
What's normal?
to be like transgender, gay, lesbian, whatever they are, it's a thing.
And do they learn about it now? Because I know I never learned about that in school.
I don't think they learn about it. I'm not sure because he hasn't said anything about learning about it in school, but it is very much just a normal thing to
Do you
them.
think in the next couple of years that they're gonna, because you obviously learn about gender, you learn about sex ed in school, do you think that they're gonna start teaching about being transgender when they're talking about gender and health?
Absolutely. Yeah, I think they are. I mean, just with this whole Disney thing that came out recently, how they're trying, I don't know for sure what the topic was, but about 50%, I think 50% of their videos, they want to include like, like
boy and girl kiss. I mean,
Yeah.
boy and boy and kissing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that.
So I mean that has a lot to do with it too because their kids are going to be seeing it in movies, Disney
Yeah.
movies. So
Well,
it's
on
just-
that, the Disney, I think it was like the chairman or something like that. She's really big in the LGBTQ community. And she just, there was a whistleblower and shared her like meeting that she was having. And she's like, yeah, I'm just trying to put gay in here, there, gay here, gay
she
here,
said that's
gay
my
here.
agenda.
Yep. She literally said that's her agenda.
So this is somebody like on the board of Disney essentially?
Yes.
Yeah.
Who, like how many people are able to call the shots? Like does it take a whole team of people to be like, okay, we're going to do this or that? Because that's what you would expect. Or is one person just calling all the strings?
I have no idea.
I have no idea, but yeah, and I have nothing against any, like, do what you want. I don't judge, like, I don't care. But, like, kids, I don't
Let them learn on their
own.
Right.
Yeah.
When I was in 8th grade, I was like, oh my God, do I even kiss a person? Like, I was
right.
like,
I didn't know about any of that.
Yeah.
And now it's just so, like I said, it's so common. Even, like, my sister-in-law, she teaches at the middle school that my son goes to. She's like, oh, yeah, they're just so, I'm gay or I'm bisexual, and they, are so, they wear flag shirts. Like, they're so vocal about it. And that it's just like normal, like no one thinks anything of it. It's just normal.
Yeah. I mean, I do believe that that's good that now, like, the gay community, they can be so open.
Absolutely.
Because I know in high school, I had a lot of gay friends, and they never, like, they didn't tell anybody.
You didn't hear about it. It was secretive. It was secretive.
It was so secret.
I think it's because social media and everything too. It wasn't accepted yet. And like the older generations of like the teachers and everything, it was almost like banned. Like you weren't allowed to be gay. You weren't allowed to be bisexual. It was like, okay, you're either straight or nothing, So now that it's more acceptable and everything, it's good that people are able to be more comfortable with it, be who they are, love who they want. But it's crazy because everything with social media, kids at such a young age, again, things we didn't even know about, they're learning at like 5 years old. And it's, I don't know, it's just insane.
It is. It's very alarming.
Jeez.
But there's nothing you can do because,
Right.
I mean, you can only shelter them
So much,
but they're going to see it as soon as they open up their phones or like stuff we didn't have when we were younger. You know what I mean? They just find out really quick about everything going on.
So are you going to be watching any Disney movies soon?
I mean, like I said, I don't really care about it. Like, it is what it is. I do think that it shouldn't be pushed on kids. Like, I don't know. But it is what it is. If that's what it's going to happen, it's going to happen.
Yeah.
Right.
Because cancel culture is real. Everyone's canceling Disney now. They're like,
They're
like, I'm deleting the Disney app. I'm not having any movies in the house. Like it gets wild.
Right.
Cancel culture.
Yeah.
It's real. It's
Yeah.
real.
Which, I mean, if that's how they feel, that's how they feel. But I'm not that extreme. Like, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Right.
So wild. I swear.
It is. It is.
Oh God. Well, I was saying cancel culture because I was trying to bring up somebody who was just. Oh, Will Smith. He's not allowed to be in the Oscars for the next 10 years.
He's not?
He's officially canceled. Officially.
What?
Yeah, he is. 10 years.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I did not know that. Wow.
It just came out yesterday, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. So he's canceled, literally. But I'm seeing all this crazy stuff. Jada, like, she was just a cheater and she was cheating on him and everything. But I don't know if this is like a controversy, like fake news thing, but there are doctors out there on TikTok, the TikTok doctors.
Love them.
I love how they're like real doctors in their practice making TikToks.
I know. I always thought about that. I'm like, do people feel comfortable actually, like, when you see some of their content, like, obviously TikTok is all, like, joking and stuff.
Right.
But, like, do you feel comfortable then, like, going to them, like, as a doctor?
Right?
Like, I don't know.
It's no different with like teachers and everything like that.
There's a lot of teachers on there too.
Yeah.
So crazy.
It's like, what are you doing on the weekend? It's crazy.
Yeah. But what I was saying was the doctors with this Will Smith and Jada stuff is what's coming out is they think that Jada is lying about having alopecia. Everyone's saying that that's not what that looks like. And there's a huge scar from here to here, which is from her facelift that she had.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so a lot of doctors are actually calling her out, saying that the whole thing was a lie, that she was just looking for attention. And now you just put Chris Rock in a crazy position over something that actually, like, you started, which is wild.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
I wonder if she's going to go and, like, do something to be, like prove it to everybody. Like, no, I have alopecia. It's this and that.
I'm sure she will.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure she will.
Yeah.
But did you see that video that, like, resurfaced? It was her saying, I don't care what anyone thinks about my bald hair or my bald head.
No.
And yeah, it was like a clip from like an interview she did a while ago, and she's like, I don't care what I love my bald head, and
She looks good
I
with a bald
embrace
head.
it. She does. She
Yeah.
looks great. I embrace it. So I'm like, so then why did all that happen?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Someone got assaulted.
Yeah.
Like, literally.
Right.
Why?
So crazy.
And I went like back and forth because I didn't know if it was real or not.
At first, I don't know. I felt like it was real at first, but
Me
then
too.
going back, I was like, oh, you're obviously missing a clip in the middle. And like, it felt like so staged. Like the audience just went silent. Nobody reacted.
Well, my thing
Yeah.
is like, why didn't it, like, someone just got slapped? Wouldn't security like, oh my God, this isn't supposed to happen? Or like somebody, like nothing happened.
Exactly. The show just carried on like
know.
nothing. Like
And,
it
like,
was a play.
My boyfriend, he's so set on that it was like a setup, like it was fake. So he's like, look at this and this and this, and he's like showing me all these different angles, and I'm like,
He
so
still
he kind
thinks
of
it
like
is?
he still thinks it's fake. Yeah, I said this last when that thing came out about the 10 years. I was like, so you still think it's real or not, or you still think it's fake? He was like, that could have been part of it.
Oh my God.
That was part of the deal. I'm like, okay,
Oh my God.
because now I'm back to thinking it was real.
No, it's definitely real because
No one's gonna get banned from.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And he produces movies, so a lot of the actresses and actors are dropping out of his movies.
Yeah, I
so
saw that.
I don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, I saw that.
Wild. I'll take their parts if anybody needs some actresses though.
Right. You know where to find her.
I'm a Capricorn. I do it all.
Right. But speaking of signs, what is your sign? I don't
Aries.
think you're an Aries.
Yeah.
Okay. What are some Aries traits?
I don't even know.
Really?
Yeah, I don't look into horoscopes or anything. I have no idea.
Well, what are some of your traits as a person, would you say?
As a person, I think I'm shy. I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but like when you get to know me, I'm not. So I don't know if that has like anything to do with
Probably.
it.
I do know
I don't
Aries
know.
fall in love very easily. They're like lovers.
That's not me.
No?
No.
She's like, absolutely
No,
not.
it's not. I'm
Wow.
not. Yeah.
How did you and your boyfriend meet?
So we met on Tinder.
Oh.
Yeah. I was actually on there looking for my ex-husband.
No, you were not.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why?
We were separated at the time, but still like trying to, you know what I mean? Like still like trying to work on things kind of, but like doing our own thing.
Right.
And someone was like, oh, he's on Tinder. I'm like, this motherfucker. So of course I asked him. He's like, no. So I'm like, oh, I'm just going to look for him.
I'm going to find him one way
So
or
I'm
the
like,
other.
I've never been on Tinder or anything. So I was like searching and like, this is kind of fun. So then I started like doing it for myself. Did see my husband on there. And I just like kept going. And yeah, David and I matched. And he was like the only person I matched with because I really just, there was like no one else on there. It was like really shitty selection. And yeah, we just like started talking that night.
And how many years was this now? How old?
5.
Oh, so you've been together for 5 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. Yeah.
How long did it take you to fall in love?
I don't know. I don't ever know if there was like an actual moment where I was like, oh, I'm in love with him. Like it kind of just like built over time. I think we probably said I love you like 6 months into it. Maybe, yeah.
Were you hesitant at first to start talking to somebody new or anything like that?
Yeah, like we both like didn't want a relationship. Like we just, but after the first time we hung out, we were like, we just like totally clicked.
Do you
And
guys
we were
have-
like inseparable.
Yeah. Do you guys have a lot in common? Or are you opposites?
Opposites.
Are you?
Complete opposites.
What's
yeah.
his sign?
He's a Taurus.
Oh, see?
Yeah.
They're scary.
Yeah.
Tauruses are scary.
Yeah, I don't, like I said, we're opposites, but
Yeah.
I mean, we do obviously we have the same views on a lot of stuff, but we came from like 2 totally different backgrounds, and it just works. I don't even know how to like it just works.
And does he do TikTok full time with you, or does he have
No,
another
he
job?
has actual like a career
Oh,
that
okay.
he does. Yeah, he's in sales, so
Oh, okay.
Does
So
that-
good. He's selling you. He's
Right.
Not
he
you.
I mean, he is like
Yeah.
he does like negotiating and stuff like that as his actual career. So we don't need a manager. He does everything. Like he negotiates all of our contracts.
That helps
Yeah,
a lot.
yeah, and like we don't have to give a cut to a lot
Wow.
of like these managers that we met. We did meet with some. They're like 20%. We would take 20%, and we're like, why? Like when he can do it and he does a great job.
Right.
Yeah,
Wow.
Might as well do it yourself.
yeah, no, definitely.
Did you guys like LLC your name and stuff like that?
No, not yet.
You should do it.
Yeah, I know. He keeps talking about it. That's like his thing.
Yeah.
Like anything business is his. Just tell me what to do.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's what he does. He's like even earlier. He's like, when you get home, we have 3 videos we have to do.
Oh my
wow.
God, today?
Yeah.
How many do you do a video every single day?
No. We normally do them on weekends, unless it's like a time crunch. Like, oh, this brand wants it out tonight. Then we'll do it. But normally on weekends.
And do you pretty much always make content with just him now?
Yes and no. I mean, it depends. Like a lot of the brands, they want both of us because those videos do the best. But some like little things I'll do myself.
Do you make any content now that's not already a brand deal, like just for fun? Or do you pretty much just do videos when you have to?
Yeah, we do some that just like he's like, oh, I came up with a funny idea. Let's do it. And then we do it. But a lot of them, yeah, are brand deals.
Do you still have fun doing it? Like now that you made it a job?
It is fun. But I get like stressed out very easily. So when I know we have like 5 videos to do this weekend, I'm like, it gives me anxiety. A lot of anxiety, actually.
Does it?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you deal with anxiety all the time? Or how do you deal with anxiety?
I just push through it.
You don't
Honestly,
smoke, do you?
I don't know. No, I've never like smoked.
Ever? Would you?
I mean, I've tried it, like one like puff here and there,
Yeah.
but that's it.
Do you think you would?
I don't think so. No, I didn't like the way I felt.
Yeah. A lot of people don't like the way they feel
Yeah.
at first. I didn't the first time I ever smoked.
Really?
Oh my God, yeah. I snuck into my friend's basement. I I just hit a bong like so hard though. I died. I almost threw up in an urn with somebody's ashes in it. It was so bad.
Oh my God.
I had such a oh my God. I had the worst panic attack. I had to go outside and take a walk. I was like, we need to leave.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Yeah. So then I didn't smoke for another like 3 years after that.
Now look at you.
I know. No, I'm still
I know you're being good.
2 months strong. Yeah.
Wow. She just did like a tolerance break, and I was like, how did you do that? How could you do that?
The sleeping is terrible. But even last night, I smoked to go to bed and I couldn't fall asleep. So it didn't even help with what I started smoking for.
Right.
But
So strange. Wow. Well, what would happen if your kid came home and you caught him with weed or something?
I don't even know. I would freak the fuck out.
would you?
Yeah, I would. I absolutely would.
How old is your oldest again?
He's 13.
Okay. What about if he was older?
I still would probably be very pissed off. He's not. I know everyone says this about the kid. Oh, my kid would never do that. I probably wouldn't. It would be my 10-year-old who would. Like, I already know. Like, he's the one that's going to cause me the issues and the problems. So we'll cross that bridge when we get there. I don't want to think about that.
Yeah, you can't worry about it now.
I mean, yeah. When you're 18, do whatever you want. But, yeah.
It's gonna happen.
I know it is. I know. I keep telling myself that. I'm like, it's absolutely. I think about like what I did when I was 13 years old. Like we drank behind like the movie theater, like dumb shit, and I'm like, oh, thank God he's nothing like me.
Yeah. So you were a wild child?
Probably, yeah. I mean, not wild. Like if drinking behind the movie is wild, but
Yeah.
yeah, 13 years old.
When do you think you like calms down?
Probably. I mean, I had my first kid at 19, so that's I've been calm ever since then.
Yeah.
Really, I never like had a wild stage.
Wow, good for you.
Yeah,
Were you trying to get pregnant, or was that?
nope. I just had graduated high school and got pregnant, and so I had him. Like I got pregnant at 18, had him at 19, and then had my second. Got pregnant at 21, had him at 22.
Wow. Did you have a lot of help and stuff?
Yeah. I
Were
had a
you
lot of help.
Were you still with your partner?
Yeah, we got married. He was in the Marines, so that kind of like pushed us to get married also because he was deploying. But when I lived here, I had a lot of help. I moved to San Diego. I didn't know anybody. I had 2 young kids, like craziness. I hated it. I'm like, I want to go home, but
So you had your kids here and then took them to California?
My oldest, yes. My youngest was born in California.
Okay. What was it like living over there?
Loved it.
Oh, you did?
I love it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I hated it at first. I'm like, it's so different. Like the food sucked.
You really?
I thought the food was awful. I'm like, I just didn't like it. Didn't know anybody, you know, but as time went on, I'm like, this is the best fucking, like, San Diego. Like, I fucking live here. Like, this is amazing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Would you go back?
Absolutely. Yeah, I would.
Would you go now? Would you take the kids and go now?
I would, but all of my family's here. So, like, my parents, like, I don't want to leave them type of thing. But, yeah, I would. Absolutely.
I heard San Diego is a little scary nowadays, though, just because of COVID and a lot of the homeless like took over. So there's a lot of crime.
there were a lot of homeless. I did not know that part when I first moved there, and everywhere you looked, there were homeless people, and it was kind of scary because you think of California, you're like, oh, it's so amazing and beautiful. We went to LA, and I was like, this. Get me the fuck out of here. Like, this is not what you see on social media, on TV, in the movies. Like, this is scary.
Yeah.
It's like worse than New York with the homeless. It's insane.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. And I mean, homeless, they're not really like scared. Like, I'm not scared of them, but like, yeah, it's dirty. It's not what you think it is.
Yeah, it's not what you expect for California.
Yeah.
I remember the first time I went to LA, all my hopes and dreams was to move there. I went there for one time and I was like, oh my God, I want to go home. Yeah. But then you find the good parts and you're like, oh, this is what everybody's talking about.
I feel like that everywhere you go, there's good parts and there's bad parts. But yeah, it's not what you think it is.
Especially nowadays, like crime has skyrocketed and it's so expensive over there right now.
So expensive.
So right now is not the time. Honestly, I really like our area, like where we live. A lot of people are like, oh my God, you're from the sticks. I'm like, you don't understand where I'm from. I'm not from like Amish town. Everyone thinks like it's so different over here, but I really love like the hometown feel.
Right.
In summer, spring, we get all the
seasons. That was one thing I missed. I missed like the cold, just like going outside in a hoodie and Uggs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I love that. And you didn't really have that there. Like, at night you could wear that, but yeah, you didn't have the snow. I liked rainy days. Like, we would have like 2 rainy days. I swear my kids didn't even know what rain was. Like,
no snow days.
Yeah, like it was just, it's weird. And like we get all of that here.
Yeah.
And we're close to everything. Like, you get in the car and drive an hour and you're in New York or Philly. Like, it's not like we live in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's a good place to come home to, come back to. And again, you can always travel somewhere else.
Yeah.
What I know are we on like an hour here? Wow, look at us. I do have one last question. I was wondering, do you have any other like influencer friends? I know it's hard for me to meet influencer friends. When Mur told me like, oh yeah, there's a girl I know, she has like 2 million. I was like, who? I don't know anybody around here. Like,
see, I don't really consider myself an influencer.
You are.
Like, I mean, I guess kind of, but I don't really consider myself like an influencer.
well, you are.
Right.
I guess, but no, I don't have any like
No one.
influencer. No. Mm-mm.
Wow. So you don't even have girlfriends to like do TikToks with or anything?
No.
Like that?
Mm-mm.
Oh my God.
Wow.
No.
That's sad.
I know. We talked about it. I'm like, we should like collab with like other like TikTok people, but really around here, like I don't know of anybody else really.
Yeah.
Well, now you know us.
I know. Yeah, but other than you guys,
Yeah.
I don't really know.
I feel like that would do so well on your page. Like if you just had other girls, even if it was you and your man and like 5 other girls in it, like they would freak out.
Right, I know. Mm-hmm.
They would freak out.
Like
you should
something
try it.
super controversial.
Yeah, all the stories and scandals you can make it seem
Right?
like. Yeah.
Look at us saying, let's do scandals. And we're like, no scandals.
As we're shitting on fake news, we're like,
Right.
ooh, let's add to the
What
fire.
can we do?
Oh, jeez. Uh-oh. Great. We're getting canceled after this. All right. Well, I think that's it. Like, this was such a fun podcast. Thank you for coming.
Thanks for having me.
Yes. And now I have a new friend.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, well, thank you. Everybody follow Sarah.
Yes.
Her and her man. Her TikToks are really actually funny. So
They're hilarious. Cooley
really
and
good.
Sarah.
Yeah.
Cooley and
Cooley
Sarah.
and Sarah. We'll put it below. Thank you for coming.
Yes, thank you.
It was fun.
All right, we'll see you next time.
Mwah.
That was fun. How did it feel? Good. It was fun.